But I would say Vegas is, as far as busyness goes, you'll see on the strip once we get down there. It's all right. It's not pre-COVID numbers. It's just doing all right. People are still moving in here Tuesday, and this is a Tuesday, so it's not going to be extremely busy. It all depends, but if we have conferences here and all that jazz, sporting events. See, now sporting events is going to what, especially if we get basketball, that'll be kind of the stabilizer for Vegas. It'll be its saving. I always call it the saving grace for Las Vegas. So I'm kind of going to do this little loop around. I come up through here. This is kind of the back end on the east side of the strip. And the stadium is going to be built over Yondish. You'll see it. You'll see the giant cranes to the right. But everybody knows where the Tropicana was. Yeah, the Tropicana. Here it is right here. The sun's in the way, so I don't know if you're going to be able to see that with the sun hitting you like that. But just to the right is the construction zone for the Oakland A's Athletics baseball stadium. But yeah, it is perfect out. I mean, to go for a walk or go to the hike, go to Red Rock, just about anywhere to do any outdoor activity is awesome. All right, I'm just gonna turn down here and then go down this strip. Everybody knows what Luxor looks like and Mandalay Bay. Now we're on the south end of the strip, and I'm gonna head north. And maybe you'll see some robo taxis because they are out and about. The Zooks. I haven't taken it yet. I have to park my car and do that. Would like to. I just don't really think of it when I'm out and about, to be honest with you. Until I see them run around, I'm like, oh. And then I don't feel like doing it because I'm like, I'm already doing this. I've already got something going on. So we're going to go down the strip. It may seem busy. It may look busy, but it is not. Looks are deceiving with vacationers and people walking around and stuff. It may look busy. Like I said, Vegas is not where it should be. And I think our city commissioners and the people that run the Las Vegas Visitors Bureau, keyword bureau, because there's many people that sit on that board and get paid. They give themselves raises. So that'll give you an indication of how this runs our city. Not that that's bad. Who wouldn't want a raise, especially when you self-appoint it? Anyway, I'm just griping about stuff, and I will, because we're paying. Inflation is through the roof for a lot of, especially here. People are like, oh, gas prices here are down. All that. Not everything's down. Not everything is down, especially at the grocery stores. It's still up. You're still going to spend a horrendous amount on groceries, so you got to be selective on what you're buying. Like buying meat and beef is a crime. It's highway robbery. All right, maybe I should slow down. I feel like I'm zipping right by everything here. And hopefully you can see everything because it's nice. it is nice to look at this stuff and go, why is this in the middle of a valley in a desert? Because back in the day, they wanted some place for people with money to go and do sinful things, mostly gamble. All right, maybe some adult entertainment stuff and to gamble. But they never envisioned this with all the corporate stuff going on with MGM, Caesars, all the hedge fund crap. I was like, how did they figure this out? How did they figure out, oh, we can just turn this into a hedge fund and grab a bunch of money and build these multi-million dollar, some of them $1 billion hotel casinos, and then turn a profit. None of them are turning a profit here. That's the thing. None of them are real. Like Caesars is in trouble. They're always sketchy about stuff. MGM, they're trying to price gouge people just for the little things. It's the little things like, water, snacks, stuff like that, you know. And then the god awful dreaded resort fee. Like, come on, you know. I don't even stay at these hotels and I'm upset. I'm upset for people that come here and like have to endure the price. Like, it's like, how do you come to terms with seeing your bill at the end of your stay and go, where's this coming from? Where's it, you know, what's a resort fee? What comes with that? Just because I'm here, you're going to charge me $50? That's crazy. It's absolute craziness. So we're going to get close to the Hard Rock. That's going to be the talk of the town in the next, couple of years here. 2027, tail end of 2027, it should be open, they say. And they're moving fast. They got to get that thing open as quickly as possible. And that's the name of the game on the strip, is when they do a project here, they figure we want a year and a half to a couple years to build this giant hotel, because most other places take longer. It takes forever to build something in most cities. Heck, they got buildings in LA they haven't even finished. Anyway, so you've got stuff going on. You've got Bottled Blonde, the bar stuff over to the right. Old Red, which is cool because they needed something in the front end of that. It was Bally's. Now it's Horseshoe. And then Caesars, their marquee is going up. You see to the left, they got their sign going up. They're going to have a gigantic sign built by Yesco. They do all the digital signs here. And back in the day, they did all the neon. So they do all that. So that's going to also help them promote this Omnia Pool Day Club thing. It's a pool party thing. Huge. And I think it'll work for them. However, it's a bit annoying because they blocked off the front view of the hotel casino itself, except for this little part with the fountains. So it may work for them, hopefully, because they're desperate, because they got monstrosity Hard Rock in the front of us here, and we got to compete with that because they're going to do their pool parties really awesome. So this whole area is going to be very busy, very busy. This may be the new center strip area, especially with the Hard Rock. I mean, I foresee them really taking a lot of these people, when I say people, the other hotel casinos, for a run for their money, because they're going to steal a lot of visitors, a lot of vacationers, a lot of party people. They're going there. I guarantee that. They're going to check this place out. It was the old Mirage property. They are going to keep the towers, so they're going to refashion them into rooms, change the glass out. So it's going to be one big gigantic a Hard Rock hotel with pools, with entertainment. They're probably going to have one, two, three, four different areas for entertainment. You know, it's going to be something. Usually, when they do an opening for these hotels, they do a big promo, and people that have the Hard Rock players card or whatever, they'll get a special deal to come here, and they'll make a big deal out of this whole thing. They'll do fireworks and everything out of this thing. You know, it's just the way it is. Here in Vegas, they got to do it big and better, and this one will be around for a long time, I foresee. So yeah, get a good peep. Get your peepers out for that. They're really moving on that. And then moving down, we got the newest addition around the corner here at Casino Royale is Five Guys Burger Place. It's actually large. It's very nice. And I checked out the prices here. I would eat there, but I haven't yet. But I would eat there. Prices are a tad high, but I get it. I get what they're doing. Oh, the robotaxi just zipped right in front of us. So that thing's got to decide how to maneuver with a light and that car in front of it. So it's going to slow down with all that smart technology. Now, Amazon runs that through their cloud computing. Look at this chick with her head. She's hanging out the sunroof of this car. Two of them, they're both doing it. Look at me. It's great. Having a good time. Look at me. Checking out the view. Most people will, especially in limos. They'll pop their head out and check out things. Are you having a good time? So yeah, we'll move forward. Encore, they've got a station there for the Vegas Loop, which is the not the robo taxi, it's the Tesla. It's underground transportation. It'll take you to the convention center. So a lot of people that are staying down this area because the convention center is so close, they'll take that underground loop, and it is awesome. I like it. It's pretty cool. It looks like they're doing TikToks or some sort of Instagram stuff, doing the thing. You got the mall here. Fashion Show Mall has been here for a long time. It's just been reiterated over and over, and it's a nice mall. I'm not knocking the mall because I'll walk through there just to get some steps in. It's my preferred spot to walk around, actually. Not window shop only. Not buying anything, just window shopping. Now we're at the Wynn and Encore area. And then up ahead you have Resorts World. Yeah, Resorts World, like I said in past videos, I like the hotel. I like the whole thing going on. Oh, they got everybody. And, oh my gosh. Oh, they got a child. Child's looking out the window too. Man, that's wild. People are wild. Uh, but they're behind us. You can't see it. Man, is it nice? It is 70. It's like the temperature gets hotter as the sun sets here because we get the warm winds from the California Baja. It pushes up that warm jet stream, and we'll sometimes get a warm winter. If it's super cold in the east coast of the states, we're relatively warm. It's typically how it works. And then when we're cold, you guys in the east coast, you get a blast of warmness. So it kind of flip flops. Oh, there's a chick driving a Rolls Royce. Gotta have the Rolls Royce. That means you're in the upper echelon of status. I'm not so sure about Rolls Royces because, for one, you got to afford it. The oil changes are tedious and they're specific. And it's like, where do you go to get your Rolls Royce service? Actually, no. I actually know this. I live next to the Rolls Royce dealership. I don't know if it's a dealership. It's just they sell Rolls Royces, and I'm pretty sure they're going to have to service them because it's the only place on Sahara that does it. So I live relatively close to that dealership, and the Ferraris over there, all the high end supercars are over there. Um, I do like the G wagons. I like anything that's big and has a lot of muscle to it. A V8. You don't have very many V8s in cars these days, but if I was to get a hold of some money, let's just say, I'd probably want to get a V8, something with a V8 in it. Not a V12. The Rolls Royce is going to have a V12. That's too much. It's too much. Why would I why would you? You know what I mean? I would. I don't even think I'd want a Tesla. I really don't want to deal with sitting somewhere and charging my car. I just don't see. I don't know. Maybe it's just. Oh, dropped my mic. Maybe it's just me. Fontainebleau, very nice in there. Very nice indeed. You'll love it. You either love it or hate it because it's so far north that it's like, why did they put this luxurious place over here? Well, I can tell you that there may be an NBA stadium going in just right next to it, up ahead here. There's an empty lot between Sahara and Fontainebleau, and they may do the OS NBA. They might scoop up this landmass over here and give it a go. The developer XP, you can look it up online, lvxp.com. lvxp.com, and they will have something up there for you to Google that. And see all these cranes to the left. They're having a construction showdown coming up here. I don't know when it is. I should know this, but it's coming up soon because they just. It's been 2 weeks. These these are showpieces, by the way. They're just bring them in for people to show. And if you're a construction outfit, you're like, okay, I like your product. I'll buy those for my construction thing. And there you go. They're just manufacturers of that. Anyway, Sahara, very nice, completely remodeled. Sort of a hidden gem. Well, I'd say a hidden gem, but it's not really hidden. It's just nobody knows the value of this place. If you go to it, you'll understand why it's affordable, for one. You're on the north end of the strip, which is not popular. Everybody wants to be smack dab in the middle because that's where their action's at. It's where you can, walk around and stuff. This one, you just kind of get a room and you don't really have to leave this unless you're going to a convention or entertainment thing. The pools are brand new. It is immaculate. They did such a good job with this. All the restaurants in the front are brand new. So there's a lot of value with this property here. I would say Sahara is good. Now we're crossing over Sahara, by the way. This is the street, avenue, whatever you want to call it. And now we've entered in more of the downtown. We're kind of creeping into the downtown area. And I'm kind of filming this away from the sun so it's not so blinding. So hopefully the sun is highlighting all these buildings and signs and all that perfectly for you. Because that way you can see a little bit more during the daytime. Because at night you don't get to see all the nooks and crannies of everything. It does look spectacular at night. Don't get me wrong. I love it. I really do. I love the lights because I'm from Michigan, so when I go back home, I'm like, where's everybody at? why is it so dark here? It's the first thing. Why is it so cold and why is it so dark here? I'm leaving. I'm leaving in 2 days. Really, I'd stay a week. Um, but typically, my brother and I will um, go together. He lives in California. He'll tell me when he's going back to Michigan, and I'll schedule a flight a day or two behind him or whatever, and we'll go visit family and kind of peruse around our old stopping grounds. And it's different, man, because everything feels so small there. When you move away from someplace, things are going to, especially move into major cities and stuff, and you go back to your podunk town, you scratch your head and go, how did I ever live here for so long? And then I moved away. Um, and everything just feels small. It feels different. It's your perspective has changed, and you're like, oh my god, I can't believe this place is so small. I'm just like, wow. Because here things are spread apart, and you kind of get used to that space, that spatial awareness, I guess. I'm gonna cut this guy off. I really want to go over there. We're gonna work our way into the downtown area. I'll take you through the arts district, but it's kind of boring. There's really nothing much going on, and you really can't see anything when you drive through. You have to kind of do the slow, either bicycle or walk around kind of thing. But we're kind of sifting through here. This is the sketchy part of downtown. It's not really sketchy. It's just old and rickety. You know what I mean? You got a hostel over here. People go to it. I've never been there, but I've stayed at the Motel Super 8 before. When we were living in Colorado, we'd come down and vacation here. We just like get us something cheap. We don't care. And it was sketchy. Like people would be like living in their rooms and stuff, and you hear all the drama, and you're like, "What? Is this real?" And yep, it is. Absolutely, you're gonna run into drama. There is drama in these cities. There's tragedy, there's drama, there's comedy, there's especially when you got on Fremont Street. You can have a laugh and a hoot. It's if you love people watching, this is definitely the city for it. But some people they'll get sick of this, they'll go back to their LA town. Like LA is cool. LA is really nice. I don't know if I could live there, to be honest with you. I don't know if I could live in California unless it's beachfront, Long Beach, Seal Beach, or Huntington Beach. That's the only spots because they're conservative towns, mostly conservative, and they stick to their guns and they don't take any bull from anybody. Huntington Beach is mostly conservative. They value their constitutional stuff, so that's that. Everybody should actually. I mean, no matter what side of the fence you're on, you should abide by the Constitution. You can't go into the Constitution and go, "Oh, we don't want Amendment 4. We don't like that. We don't like Amendment 19. We're not for that." And that Second Amendment, what's that all about? Why do we need that? And it's like, you do need that. That's what makes this country great is freedom of speech and the Second Amendment. Second Amendment protects number one, the freedom of speech. Because right now there's one side of the party that's trying to take all that stuff away from you. And it's like, what mindset are these people in? It's so crazy. And that's what we're dealing with. We're being attacked from within our own country from the left, to be honest with you. I mean, that's what it is. And if you don't see that, I'm sorry. But, I wish all the best for you. And Orange Man is not all that bad. Orange Man is protecting our butts and you just don't see it. There's Pawn Stars. Is that a BMW? No, it's a Mercedes. I don't really like Mercedes. All cars are cheaply made. They find the cheapest stuff and they slap it all together now. You're just buying a brand. So here you're gonna find people walking around. You got bums with shopping carts and filled to the brim with junk. You know, you're gonna have that. It's here, even north. More, I can go more north and show you guys the deluge of Vegas because we have it here. Excuse me. I got to clear my throat. But yeah, it's super nice, super comfortable. Even though I'm wearing a coat, I feel like it's so nice here. I love it. I want to get my bike out. I wish I had a place here downtown where I could store my bike, park my car, get my bike, unlock it or whatever, some storage unit that doesn't cost an arm and leg, but something relatively safe. And peruse around. But we have, oh, something happened over here. Oh, there's a band. Oh, there's something going on over here, you guys. I wonder what it is. It's probably Chinese New Year stuff. They have a Chinese rockabilly here. Yeah. Oh, there's a guy on a scooter. They got some cool scooters here. Scooting types. Scooter dude. Scooter dudes. Scooter dudes. And the freeway is up ahead. I think it's a 95. 95 freeway. Is it 95? I don't know. I haven't taken that freeway in a long time. Because it's full of automobiles. And it's above the road. So it's like kind of a causeway above viaduct type freeway. And it was bumpy. So they had to raise it and fix it. The whole entire thing. And it goes on for miles. I don't know how many miles. And I'm like, why didn't you do the job right in the first place? Because when we first moved here, I'm like, why is this like wavy? You go over it and it's like bump, 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 bump. And it felt like you're going on a sea-doo in a lake or somewhere, you know? And I'm like, I don't know how do semis, I don't know. You know what I mean? It's like this whole thing up here was such a mess, but they fixed it. I mean, it's still kind of wavy, but not as much. So I don't know how much that cost us. Okay, so now we are, and when I cross this freeway bridge, this is the serious stuff here. This is where it gets sketchy. This is where you don't want to walk if you're like going to the Neon Museum, which is past the light, just a block away, not too far. Yeah, you don't want to walk around here at night. Like they got all kinds of creepy crawlers, put it that way. I wouldn't want to walk. I'll ride my bike around here. No big deal because I can get away fast. But yeah, I've had one of the, like I was riding my bike down here one time. One guy, he was, of course, maybe on something. I don't know. But he was running next to me. Almost, I would say going 10 miles an hour, which is pretty fast for a run. And he just kept running with me. And I'm like, what are you doing? He goes like, I could race you. I can beat you. And I'm like, yeah, you can, because you're high on something. You're high on hypotenuse. The hypotenuse. Yes. I've seen some crazy stuff here. It's nothing dangerous. It's just nutty. You know, it's like people are just kind of weird. Weird to some, entertaining to others. I would say, yeah. People have different tastes. But I'm going to take you, I got to go to this next block because if I come back up through the sun, you won't really see anything. So I'll take you down on Main Street and we'll kind of wrap around and go back up. I want to go to the VA, people that are veterans. There's a veterans house over here, and they get treated like crap, of course. They don't get the benefits they deserve at all, in my opinion. So now we're kind of in the back end of Circa. I don't have to come back up through that way. I don't know if you can see it, but we're going to go through this street. And maybe there are some people that are just hanging out. They're hanging out to dry, they're hanging out to elicit whatever activities that they do. I don't even know, man. I'm just like, I don't know. Try to stay furthest away from that lifestyle as possible, even though I've had friends that have dabbled into the dark catacombs of stuff, and I'm just like, dude, get me away from you, thank you. All right, so now we're on Main Street going down towards New Woo, which is a despo, and it's very large, well, probably the second largest in Vegas. It's on tribal land. I think it's the Wallapai Nation. They have their own police force and everything there. 2 cop cars and a little town, and they don't mess around. But they have to deal with the homeless all the time, and they keep them away. So they're their own little township, really. Of course, they pay no taxes on the building, nothing. They pay no taxes. Everything that's profited at the smoke shop and the other smoke shop, they have 2 smoke shop. They got cigars, cigarettes, and the other stuff. And they pay no taxes. That's the reparations for indigenous people that have lived here. And for some stupid reason, our government said, we're taking everything away. We don't give a crap because we have these guns and we can just point them at anybody here. And that's what they did. It's unfortunate that that happened, really. And there's some good people that back in the day tried to help Indians, but the government always stood in the way. And there's movies and stories about it and all that stuff. But I'm not an expert. However, it just, the rabbit hole goes deeper from there. So if I come down this way, you might see. Oh, all right. I guess you got to come here on the weekend because typically they're lined up on the sidewalks over here to the right. So everyone got fed. Everyone got fed. So yeah, see, they'll roam around over here. They'll probably get cigarettes and be on their way. But they're not allowed anywhere near either is the public. If I get down any further, there is another casino down here, which is sketchy. It's here they are to the left. The Genesis Apartments, which helps people. Oh, on the right here. Okay, so they got Food Line. So they do get fed. They have large amounts of help that they get here. They're building a new center over there for women and children. So they get their food and they throw it all over the place. And when the wind picks up, it just blows everywhere. And it's just the way it is, man. But these people do get fed. Um, they do have access to medical attention. They've got access to whatever they want. And for some odd reason, they just want to be homeless. And that's like that in every city. Even like where I'm from, Michigan, same scenario, same thing. They got every facility to help them, and for some odd reason, they just choose the streets because the substances that they're using are that's what they want. Oh, they're building another affordable housing thing over here. Amazon, I think, is over there. I'm not sure if they still run that place. I'm not sure if they pulled out or still. It's might be. I think it's still Amazon. Yeah, Amazon's got one, two, three. I think four warehouses here that they. And it's throughout the whole entire city. Anyway, they're pretty predominant here. They're basically just a hub to transport out of state and wherever else they need to go. But yeah, Vegas is basically for truckers. It's kind of like a load up and move out to the next destination. All right. So Jerry's Nougat. I'm gonna sneak on over here if I don't get. Wow, dude, just cut people off. Wow. See it like people here, they don't care. They don't care. They'll cut you. Like this guy's just driving like there's no one else on the road. Your turn signal doesn't mean anything. Anyway, Jerry's Nugget to the left. To the right is the Palomino. It's the world famous. That's where you want to go for adult skin, full skin, and you can drink. It's the only one in town that you can do that. You can't do that anywhere else. I'm going to turn around because I don't want to go any further. All right, we're going to go back in. Sun's going to set. So, yeah, Palomino Club is the one. Roads are a little bit bumpy. And then Jerry's Nugget. I've been in Jerry's Nugget. It's nice. It's a very nice casino. Like none of these casinos are um, that dilapidated. There's maybe a couple here and there. Even in the worst parts of Vegas, Jerry's Nugget is very nice. Very good food. I got great food there. Anyway, I wouldn't get caught walking around here at all at night because all the zombies come out. So there's a new housing project over here. I don't know. I, I don't know if it's for homeless people trying to get back on their feet or just affordable housing. Section 8 is basically what it's going to be. And there's so many different sketchy things going on in Vegas that pertains to Section 8 benefits. The last administration was pushing all this stuff. We are not a sanctuary state, but it seems like we are. Put it that way. And it's unfortunate because it takes away from other people that want to work and do things and have affordability with stuff. And it pays a toll on society, no matter how you look at it. It's going to pay a toll. You may not think so, but it does. The shade trees, we just passed this coming down, but again, another affordable housing for homeless, hopefully healthcare. Yeah, some of these people are just off their rocker. Just saw some guy chasing a lady. They'll claim like, that's my dog. What are you doing with my dog? You know, they'll just say shit. But they don't, a lot of them are just mentally gone. And the only thing we can do is feed them and try to give them shelter, and they don't even want that. Wallapai Nash. Oh, the Paiute. I said it was Wallapai. It's Paiute Nash. Sorry. Got it all mixed up. the Paiutes. They run all this stuff. Even Nuwu over here, gigantic Despo. It's nice. It is real. They do special events, concerts, all kinds of cool stuff. Oh, they gated that new gate. I see they got a new fence. They don't want people climbing the fence. See, they can put spikes on their fencing. They got spikes on them. Other people can't. They're exempt from a lot of stuff. Like their laws don't apply to our laws. They get special treatment. I'm not saying they're going around killing people, but their laws are different. Okay, coming back in from the north. Obviously, you can see Circa. It's the newest build on Fremont Street. They have not built anything on Fremont Street in 40 years, and Circa is the newest big boy on the block. And it's nice. The rooms are kind of pricey. It's kind of like the Cosmopolitan on the Strip. That's what it reminds me of. The pools are immaculate, way better than Cosmo. They got the outdoor pool, and they do a big parties with sports, and they do bikini parties. They do, all kinds of cool stuff. But a lot of high rollers will go there if they want a taste of luxury, but downtown. And the views up top of the overlook they have is awesome because you can see the sunset. And there's a bar, it's a Legacy Club up there. You got to dress nice for it. They want no sloppy slop. They want nice. And you see their gold bars. They have bullions up there in a cage. You can glass kind of a display case. And then, yeah, they just got so many hidden gems down here. And I haven't really, seen a whole lot of stuff. It's just, that's all. If I'm interested, I'll check it out. But a lot of it is, I'm not really interested. I should be, but I'm just lazy to roam around. I'd rather use my bike. I'm thinking about even getting like a scooter, like a stand-up scooter, so I can scoot around and do stuff that way. Because I'm done walking. Like here, I'm like, I'm good. I'm good with the walking stuff. After a while, just like I don't feel like walking because it takes a toll on you. It'll ruin your hips, your feet and ankles. Uh, unless you really like to walk a lot. As soon as I feel stiff and sore, I'm like, I'm good. Anyway, that's just me. All right, starting to get a little darker now, so you'll see a little bit more light action. All right, I'm gonna go this way. It's probably open. I'm gonna turn left. Yeah, so it's kind of 5 o'clock rush hour here. It's about 5:20. 5:20 right now. People are leaving, coming and going. And it's not that busy, especially Fremont Street. It only gets busier here, I would say, around the 8 o'clock, 9, 10 o'clock hour. It gets busy. All depends on the day. If it's Friday, weekends, it'll be busy pretty much all day. People coming and going, which is fun to see. They shoot a lot of movies over here where the Binions is at. This is Binions with the lights, valet. Anyway, they do a lot of movies there. They fixed all their neon, I see. So, yep, they're shooting a movie, I think a Amazon TV show of some sorts. All right, let's move to the next street. And that'll take us up and through. Got to stop for pedestrians. They'll sneak up on you. All right, this is what I wanted to show you this because it's kind of neat. Hopefully, it shows up pretty good. Hopefully, I cleaned the lens on the camera. I sometimes forget to clean the lens, which is embarrassing because then I have to scrap the whole video. But they gotta wait to cross, and that's the thrill of Fremont. The street used to be opened up for traffic a long time ago, but I'm going to take you guys to the artsy fartsy district. We'll cut through downtown here. They did have a marathon that came through here over the weekend. Is the Rock and Roll Marathon, and they slapped this one together the last minute. It's like I don't know if they are low on funds for this race, but it seems like it was just kind of slapped together. So, because they have to hire all the bands up and down the strip, they have all these stages set up for people to play music or DJ or whatever. And I don't know if there was that many this year. But anyway, it's a cool event if you like to run marathons. I'm good. I never really liked running. I'll sprint, but I'm not running long distances. It just bores me. Uh, anyway, okay, they got detention centers over here for people they pick up. They'll drop them off over here and process them. In the morning, you'll see a lot of working girls coming out of there. It is what there's a Starbucks oddly in the middle of our city. Um, right next to the bus depot, which is the sketchiest place on the planet. Like right here is ground zero for the sketchiest people you'll ever meet. Like these people are angry. They got a problem with everybody. A lot of them are just crackheads and I don't know. That's hard to describe. They're definitely getting that city bus fare benefit. You know, they get a free ride to get to where they need to go, which is fine. Nothing wrong with that. I think every city does that. All right, we're getting into the downtown artsy. I call it the artsy fartsy district, and they're building a lot of high rises here for apartments and condos and all that. They're going to do the Midtown project to the right. That empty lot will be giant new buildings. And they want people moving down here, I suppose. They want a busy, bustling, little trendy spot for people to live. It might work, it might not. They're going to have probably a lot of restaurants here for you to spend all your money. I don't know if there will be a grocery store around here, to be honest with you. But yeah, the artsy, I like it. However, the paid parking thing is kind of a nuisance, but it's just because I'm so used to parking for free when I first moved here. Everywhere it was free. Vegas had no problem with you coming in, parking your car at any casino self parking ramp. They had no problem. Now they are making money hand over fist with people parking their cars anywhere around here. And it's like, what is up with that? We didn't want that. So I'm going to cross over. This is Charleston. I got the art. Oh, they got a new sign. Um, yeah, the galleries are to the right, and to the left is more the artsy district, which is cool because I love the coffee shops. I'm trying to pay attention to the road, so if I'm stuttering, trying to get a grip, trying to get a grip on my gripness. Gripped out, grippy. All right, I'm just gonna go for it because that made no sense. All right. So here you still got to pay to park on these roads. They got Vesta Coffee Roasters with a twinky little light thing over there. Really good coffee. They sell their stuff on Amazon as far as the coffee beans. All these little housing things over here. I don't even know if it's occupied, but the trendy tall apartments over there going to open up soon. So if you're looking to move here, go for it. All these restaurants are top notch. People love coming here to eat, hang out. Of course, you can drink. There's a lot of bars, but I don't see a lot of young people drinking. I'll be honest with you. The Gen Zers are not. They're not doing that. They're at home figuring out the internet and AI so they can get rich sitting at home. That's what they're doing. That is what they're doing. They're doing the AI thing, trying to figure out how to build something online to get wealthy. Because when a beer is like $12 here, because it's an IPA or something, it's not worth. It ain't worth it. It's like why drink? It's more pain in your pocketbook than anything. I think that's for a lot of people though. Like I quit. I'm not even interested or remotely interested in drinking anything. Like I'll go to a bar and hang out. I'll just get water and whatever. But I've seen people just knock them down one after another, just boom, boom. I'm like, dude, are you serious? I'd have a headache. I'd be dehydrated so fast. Of course, here in the desert, it's easier to get dehydrated quicker here. Okay. All right. What do we got here? We crossed over into the sketchiness. Can I drive through here? Let's drive through the alley. I want to turn my lights on. So all the artsy stuff, people do a lot of photo stuff around here. So if you're like an Instagrammer trying to build a clothing brand, this is perfect for branded, people that want to get real creative with their stuff. And yeah, this is and another complex over there to the left. You can see it. That's brand new. They haven't opened yet, but it will be open soon. So if you're looking to move here, that's where all the trendy freaks are going to live. It's going to be, you know what I mean? This is going to be a booming little metropolis down here. And that's what they want. That's what all these business people want. They want, that's what they want. They said, city, if you're going to charge for parking, we need people moving here. Otherwise, why do we have a business here? Why are you charging this business tax if no one's coming here because you want to charge for parking? So their answer to that was, oh, we'll just build apartments and condos all around here so people can live here. Great idea. It's good for the city. City win-wins. Business owner, you got to figure out a way to stay afloat. So it is very artsy. It is very, I like it. I'm not going to lie to you. I like it. Even though you see a lot of weird, freaky people, um, a lot of, I would say a lot of liberal people. I'm not really friends with a whole lot of liberal people, but I'm friendly. Um, I'm not a jerk to people like that because they're just different. Okay, I can turn. There's no really stoplight anywhere. Okay, just gotta look at that. Okay, we'll go over here. Now they got a workout gym over here. They got a barrio, mi barria. It's probably barria restaurant. Another restaurant being open next door. They got all these little hidden bars and cool little shops. It's so interesting, especially on a Saturday or Sunday, and you ain't got nothing to do. It is. I would say it's fun because you get to look at stuff, and it's like some of these places remind me of a miniature museum because you see such old antique stuff and just oddities. And then of course the Strat is nearby, so you're close to the Strip. But I always tell people, if you're going to come to Vegas for at least 4 or 5 days, try the Arts District. It's just something different. It's very relaxing, more so than on the Strip because everything is just so like pressure cooker over there. You're in a hurry basically to get to where you need to go. Down here it's a little more relaxed, I would say. But anyways, let's move ourselves down to the Strip. Police cars, police action going on around here. Hopefully this isn't too dark when the sun is down. You can still see stuff. I'm hoping I got that setting correct. The nice thing about this it's an action camera, but I like it because it doesn't overheat, and you can have all kinds of cool settings on it for photography and video. And hopefully, I've got it set right to where you can see the neon and cool stuff. But it's still 71 sunset. When temperature's gone down a couple of degrees. Tomorrow up till Saturday is gonna be like in the 80s, in the 80s, and that's a little warm for. Typically, it's cold, man. Like 50s, 40s, and 50s. And then by the second week of March, we get these kind of temperatures. Man, that dude's burning all kinds of oil. I can smell it. Oh, that smells horrible. What are they using for oil? Oh, the arch. Like you guys see the arch and go, oh, cool. And I see it every day. And I'm just like, oh, yeah, that's our arch. Oh, yeah, that's our, blah, blah, blah. Because you see it every day and you take it for granted. It's just there. And when people come here, they're just, what the heck? What? Um, which few times visiting Vegas for the first and second time, I was like that. I mean, actually, for a whole year when I moved here, I was just still in awe. Like, do you believe we actually live here? Um, but it's just like any other city, man. It's no different than any city around the world. Well, except for certain areas where there's violence and whatever. Oh, what a day. What a day. What's this? I got an alert on my phone. It says, check out this. Okay. Can't tell you what it is. It's a secret. It says It's good news. It's all good news. And that's that for now. Let's see. Let's see. Checking the airport. Airport is slow. It's definitely slow here. There's only a handful of flights coming in. Let's say, and a handful to us is about 20, 25 in the next 2 hours, which is slow. So we're going to go back down the strip, see what's going on. Hopefully, we can hit all the green lights because it's just nothing but stop and go from here on out. Stop, go, stop, go. Oh, that dude's running. I want to get past this light, so I'm going to drive a little faster. I want to hit this. Typically, this light will change on me, and I don't want to sit through that light. But yeah, Fountain Blue is nice. Fontaine Blue, however you want to say it. Some people say it's Fountain Blue, but that is not the correct pronunciation. It's Fontaine Blue. Fontaine, or it's Fontaine Blue. I don't know. You got to go to Florida. There's one in Florida, the original. Sometimes you read license plates, and I got a Minnesota person in front. Windows down, the bass is pumping. It's all extra loud. Everything is all extra loud. It's got to be loud. Motorcycles with, straight pipe. Yeah, you name it. Oh, the car thing. The car thing is pretty awesome here. Car shows and lowriders and all this stuff. Okay, well, you we got to get out of this area. It's lots of fun. It's lots of fun. They still have all right. The coin operated machines are in there. You got to go in and do it. Coin operated machines, and then they do have table games in there. So there are people that will hang out. The employees, the dealers and stuff are there. Gaming dealers, that is. I know what you're thinking. Oh, Michigan Plates. Michigan Plates has a fleet plate. Okay, so I wonder what they're doing. Radio frequency. So they probably are doing some. A lot of companies will do their autonomous vehicle testing here. I mentioned before we have Zoox. That's Amazon. There's Waymo is here. That's Google. They are just testing. Um, they look like a Johnny Cab from the movie. I forgot the movie. It was an Arnold Schwarzenegger movie. But it's like Johnny Cab. Um, that's all I know. Very odd looking car. But they won't be picking up for a while. They got to map out the area. Waymo, that is. And there's Qualcomm. Qualcomm, they do, the computer or phone chip manufacturers. They're doing autonomous technology. I don't know if they're doing cars, but I think they're building an AI system for that kind of stuff. So they want their own stuff, proprietary AI. Of course, they want to sell it to other car manufacturers. So GM, Ford, and these other places can get their technology from them instead of Tesla or whoever else is pawning off their tech. Uh, I don't know the specifics on that. I'm just trying to glue it all together. But Trump Tower, there's no casino. No casino. You just You just stay there. That's it. It's very nice. Trump doesn't own the building. He just has his name on it. There's sort of like a leasing agreement thing. I don't know if he receives revenue from that, but he does stay there when he's here. I don't know the full story on that actually. When it was first built, I'm sure he did have some sort of ownership with that. Um, Not sure exactly how that works actually, how they divvy all that stuff up. So I think Marriott manages it. Yeah, there's good because Hilton's in Resorts World. Resorts World is just a shell, and you just put your stuff in there, and you're renting out your rooms, and then you're paying Resorts World a licensing fee or whatever, some sort of fee. Not sure what they call it. I'm sure it's some sort of thing like that. I'm not a genius at it, but I get the gist, but I don't know the specifics. Okay, lights are coming on. This is kind of a boring little spot here because there's nothing to the right. You got Wynn properties, which is immaculate. I highly recommend staying at the Wynn. You'll love it. The Venetian Palazzo, which is even better. It's just more decorated and ornate. There's tons of shopping, tons of food, uh, plenty of space to walk around and just see stuff. And you don't even really have to leave the property. They have everything, really, um, in my opinion. And of course, the Sphere is, excuse me, pardon me, the Sphere is right behind. I had a yawn. The Sphere is really nice. Okay, then you've got, of course, the back to the Hard Rock. The Hard Rock Hotel is shaped like a guitar. It's like, oh yeah, we can do that. We'll just shape this thing like a guitar. I can't imagine the entertainment that's going to be in there. I can't imagine musically and whatever else. If you catch my drift, talking adult entertainment slash poolside entertainment slash you name it. That this building is going to be utilized 100%. It'll probably be sold out its first year. Well, probably 2 years. Man, turn that ugly music. Oh, that's awful. And I hear a Casino Royale, which is to the left. Casino Royale may undergo some changes. They're talking about destroying that whole property and putting up a tower. Because Best Western, they run the rooms there. If you're going to get a room, you could stay there. I don't know why you would, but I guess you could stay there. Um, so they're gonna do like a 600 foot, 600 feet high tower. I guess I don't know, some interesting thing. There's something on the wing. Something. A lot of tech people here in and out. They do like a tech weekend. Everything from HR tech to medical tech, all that stuff. Anyway, Omnia Day Club to the left. You can see it's not quite open, but it's very nice. It'll look cool, I guess. Maybe they'll have see-through windows in the front end so you can see the day club swimmers. That'd be kind of neat. Give something for people to look at when they're passing by. But I don't know if that'll be a a good idea. Just, I don't know. It might not be a good idea. We live in a different day and age, so there might be some people that take that to the nth degree of exposing. Oh, the sign is gonna look cool. The Caesar's new marquee. It's all digital tech, custom. It's even gonna be bigger than that. It's gonna be way larger. So the whole corner is gonna feel like a giant flashlight. But yeah, they used to do with the signage just a light. They used to print out their marquees. It was never digital. It was always something they print out and they had to put it up. Manually put these things up like a giant sheet. It's crazy. And they did it. I don't even know how they did it. Um, Now it's digital everywhere. So it's very interesting. There's a buggy, a Zooks buggy. I wonder where it's going. It's probably going to New York, New York. But yeah, as you can see, it's not very busy. Very low numbers of people. Traffic looks busy. People know when to take the strip to go home or whatever is on the weekday because there's really no one occupying the streets. So that's why it appears to be a little busier than what it is. But yeah, the lights are cool. They're everywhere. It's tons of advertising to get you to part with your money, go eat somewhere, go shopping. And all that stuff's cool. Don't get me wrong. I love it just as much as the next person. It's all fun. It's great to get like something new. Like tennis shoes are a big deal. If you get a new pair of Vans or whatever, I like Vans. They're all right. Because I destroy shoes. I mean, I don't I dare put on expensive shoes because I know I'm going to ruin them. Like, there's just some people that are rough with stuff. Like when they're out and about, and they're just rough with their clothing and stuff. I don't buy expensive clothing because I know I'm going to rip it or something. I know I'm going to mess it up. Like Tiffany will buy me a nice shirt. I'm like, I don't dare wear this because I know I'm going to mess it up. So I only wear it once in a blue moon when we go out and do stuff. Sometimes I don't even do that because I'm nervous I'll spill something on it.